Did Prophet Muhammad negotiate with God with the encouragement of Prophet Moses? This statement is very common but quite problematic. This is not possible even if we assume that prayer was 50 times a day. Because in Islam, there is teklifi ma la yutak rule, meaning that God will not impose a responsibility on people that cannot be afforded. Likewise, in the verse of Surah al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 286, there's the expression لا يُكَلِّفُوا nefsen vûs'aha. God does not charge a soul except with that which within its capacity. In the light of this verse, 50 times a day prayer means calling for prayer every half hour and going to the mosque. This is logically impossible. In this case, eating and drinking and sleeping is not possible, so it is completely irrational. It is problematic from another mathematical perspective. According to the narration, Moses says, "My nation could not afford it. You go and ask for a little reduction." In the narrations it says, vadra şatraha. Şatır means half. When you divide the number 50, half is 25, and half of it is 12 and a half. No matter how much you divide, you don't have an integer, 5. It is also problematic in this respect. Some commentators who realized this said that the word Şatır is a part, not half. This is a compulsive interpretation, because in other hadith narrations, the word Şatır is mentioned. For instance, in the narrations about alms, zakat, for the sheep herd, it was used as half. Therefore, there is no need to force this. In summary, about the Ascension, Miraj, it is said that the Ascension experience is a practice experienced by all the prophets. The book of Ekrem Sarıkçıoğlu Ascension Motifs in Religion provides information on this subject. The most famous ascension in the Miraj of the Prophet Daniel. You can find extensive information in the holy books. It is very likely that our Prophet had experienced such an experience. But it is impossible to talk about the details of this experience, because in most narrations we say that he went to Jerusalem from Mecca and then went to heaven. But there are rumors that he went directly from Mecca. There are also those who say that it happened before becoming a prophet, as well as those who say that it happened after the revelation. When we get to the details, we see that a lot of incredible contradictions exist. While Mother Aisha strongly denies that it was physical, the discussions continued whether it was physical or spiritual. Therefore, it is impossible to talk about the details, but he might have had such an experience. This can be a vision. It can be referred to as an awakening. You can say that it is a spiritual experience that the previous prophets had lived. But when it comes to the details of where it was, the details of the first sky, which prophet, and so on, there are difficult problems associated with it. It is not possible to speak with certainty about this subject. However, when our preachers during Holy Nights talk about only one where there are hundreds of narrations about the subject, our people think that all the rumors are the same. This is not so. Believe me, it is very difficult to find an ascension narrative that coincides with another. They are all different, and it is not possible to strike a balance. On this subject, Salih Özer has a master's thesis called The Holy Times in Islam, a sample of Holy Nights. Apart from that, there are many books written about Holy Nights in the classical period. When we look around here, we see that even celebrations about Holy Nights started from the Fatimid period and then spread to the Islamic world from Jerusalem. So this is not an essential Islamic element. In short, in Miraj, as in the previous prophets, our prophet may have had such a spiritual inner experience. However, in the light of the existing narratives, it is almost impossible to talk about the nature of it and the details.